Good morning, everyone. My name is Angela Williams. I am the Wellness Director for one of the branches at the Rappahannock Area YMCA, the Ron Rosner Family YMCA. And I'm excited to bring you a core workout. We are going to be standing the entire time, and you'll notice that I have a lighter set of weights. Obviously, if you don't have weights, you can do this standing just using the resistance of your body. But if you do have a set of light weights, that would be helpful. Maybe even a can of food in each hand, something like that. Just make sure you have space around you. And we're gonna go ahead and do some of the exercises non-weighted though right now to warm up our body. And then we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of our work. So make sure that you have a clear space around you. Make sure you have your mat, your towel, your water, whatever you might need, and possibly a set of light hand weights. And then also make sure you're feeling healthy today to participate in this exercise video. Make sure that if you've had any injuries or ailments, you have been cleared by a doctor to partake in an exercise program. So let's get going. I'm gonna go ahead and start a timer because I wanna make sure that once we get started in the actual workout that we have our little countdown on. So you'll see I have a set of 8, so I'm just gonna push out of my way for a moment, and I want you to stand tall, roll your shoulders back, abs in tight, start with that belly button, pull it in, lock it there, okay? Strength right here comes from within. We wanna keep that once we start adding movement, once we start adding breath, okay? So I want you to reach up nice and tall, all right? And I just want you to start marching. So reach up. Then as you bring your elbows down towards your knees, I want you to breathe out, okay? So once we really get going and add weights to it, it's very important to have your breath work down. So as you breathe out, it draws in your navel even more, and it helps protect that low back. Good, one more. Hands up. I want you to reach out to the side, okay? Now, same thing, exhale, squeeze, warming up obliques here, right? So everything's warming up, hands all the way down to the toes. We're gonna really work the core in this standing position because a lot of people think ab work has to be done on the ground, and that's not true, right? A couple weeks ago, I showed you how one weight and just standing the whole time could be a good workout, and we're gonna do that again today, but we're just gonna have different exercises, and then we're also gonna use 2 weights. One more. Good, hands down. I just want you to stand here. Standing twist, feet are under hips, knees are soft. That twist is coming from the torso, and we have our hands about shoulder width apart, trying to keep our hips pointed forward. And again, the rotation comes from the obliques right here, in the sides, all the way through the upper body. You got it. We're squeezing those glutes together, squeezing the thighs together, extra layer of protection for that low back. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, standing windmills, right? So, arm up, nice straight line here, okay? Fingers to toes. You're gonna turn that other foot out. Soften this knee as much as you need to. We will weight this. This will be one of our exercises. So, hands gonna slide down that inner thigh. Now, as I come down, I'm gonna look at my top hand, and then I'm gonna exhale, press it up, okay? So what we're trying to do here is make sure that that hand isn't doing a lot of moving, okay? One more, especially when we have a weight in that hand, all right? Switch sides, arm up. Excuse me. Something's definitely blooming outside. Now, as you get into this movement, you can Separate your feet a little bit more as needed for comfort and as needed for flexibility, because not everybody has the same flexibility, okay? One more. All right, so we're gonna start. Bend your knees, grab your hand weights. I wanna stand tall, and I just wanna start with a little side bend, okay? Now, this is different than a few weeks ago because we have weights in both hands. What's not different is the form. So, feet are under hips. When you're straight up, shoulders are over top of the hips. Knees are soft. And you're just dropping your knuckles towards the knee, but we're not trying to go that entire time. Okay, so we got this for a minute. Now you're squeezing your thighs together and you're squeezing those glutes together because it's an added layer of protection for the lower back, right? And we really care about that low back. 10 seconds. One more. Good. Elbows up. We're going to push it straight up. We're going to bring it down and we're going to march. Now, you can keep that 90-degree bend in the elbows. We're really not trying to work tons of shoulders here. Just standing abs, getting a little bit of shoulder work. We have this for 30 seconds. And then we're going to do another round of those side bends. Bring the weights close to your shoulder if you need it. Good. Bring it down. Here we go. Side bend. And we have this for one more minute. Nice and controlled. We don't want to rush through this. Now, the heavier the weights you have, obviously, the more you're going to feel this tomorrow. Am I right? So, those of you that have done that standing ab workout from a couple weeks ago, you know what I'm talking about, right? Our obliques, we're feeling it for 2 or 3 days even. So if you have heavier weights at home, I would definitely adjust or modify as needed. This isn't something that feels really intense as you're doing it, okay? It's not getting that same burn as like a crunch would. Arms up, march it up, 30 seconds. So it is something that is working a lot of those smaller muscles that maybe don't get worked too often, and then you're feeling that the next couple days. So just because you might not feel that intense burn right now doesn't mean it's not effective and it's not working, because trust me, you're gonna feel it tomorrow. Good, so bring it down, turn your foot out. We're going with those windmills, but both are weighted, okay? So remember, follow your hand, look ahead at the top. Soften that leg that's turned out, soften that knee as much as you need to. One more rep. Bring it down. We're going to switch sides. So we're just doing 30 seconds at a time here of these. Move your feet as much as you need to. 10 seconds. One more. Bring it down. Standing twists in between. So we did this as part of our warm-up. So now we have both weights. We want to keep them close to our body without hitting our body. And we're letting those obliques stop that momentum side to side. Knees are soft. You got it. And we're gonna go back to windmills. Here we go, 30 seconds. We're keeping an eye on that weight. We're not letting that arm drop. If you need to, just weight the lower hand. You don't have to weight both hands. That's always an easy option or an easy change to make if you're struggling with a movement. So drop that top weight one more time. Bring it around, switch it. Here we go. Ten more seconds. Now, standing twist. Now what we're gonna do is everything one more time, but it's just one set. So we're gonna start with the side bends, okay? Then we're gonna go standing march. Then we're gonna go windmills and standing twists, okay? So bear with me, you're almost there. Bring it down, 1 minute, here. So everything is gonna be one more minute. Standing side bend, standing march, 30 seconds each side on the windmills, and then 1 minute standing twists. Good, 30 more seconds. And again, this is not something that feels overly intense as we do it. And that's okay, because you're gonna know that you worked your abs in that standing position tomorrow. I promise. 10 seconds. All right, here we go. March it out. If you want to incorporate a little shoulders, you absolutely can, all right? If you want to kind of extend the arms, extend that lever, make it a little more difficult, adding in the shoulders, you can. You don't need to, but again, that's an option. Halfway there. Focus on the breath, focus on the body, focus on that form, and focus how it feels. 4, 3, 2, windmill. Here we go. One more rep, and we're gonna switch sides. Bring it down. Here we go, 30 seconds. Ten seconds. One more time. Bring it down. Here we go. Standing twist. 1 more minute. Hips face forward. Let that twist come from the torso, starting with the obliques. Belly button's drawn in. Squeezing those thighs together. Squeezing the glutes together. 30 more seconds. You could always do one more round of each exercise by 1 minute, okay? But we've been about 15 minutes, including that warm-up. So by the time we're done, it'll probably have been about 12 and a half minutes of just pure weighted standing abs, because we had about 4 minutes of the warm-up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, set them down. Great job. Standing abs, check. So if you did the first workout already this morning, then you checked both of those buckets for the day, all right? Maybe get outside, take a walk, make sure you're drinking lots of fluid. Today is a beautiful day outside. Thanks so much for joining. Make sure you walk it out. Make sure you stretch it out a little bit. Calm down, cool down, and I will see you later on in the week. Take care.